Hello everyone. I know this isn't a usual video that I make, but I really wanted to dive deep into why I think D2 right now is in such a bad state. First off, monetization. Look at this. You load in, you go to the store, and hell, even sometimes even in the menu, it throws money. It wants you to spend money. Like, look at all those pages there. So much money. And then the expansions. There's so many different expansions on Steam. You can see it much more. It's crazy. Absolutely it's insane. And it's not good if you just want to like say if a new player joins the game, they're going to be spending so much money because everything is locked behind a paywall basically. I mean, if for free players, there is probably, I want to say, at least maybe 60 hours maybe or even less of content that you will get as a free to play player in Destiny 2 at the moment, and it's not good. It's not good at all because I mean, I get it, it's a free game, you know, you got to add some stuff, but not having like anything else besides, like, you have to buy this. Oh, you want to do this seasonal thing, get these seasonal weapons, buy this, and it's not good. It's not good at all. They really need to change that. It'll really bring in more people if they change that and add more content for the free to play players instead of making everything pay. Gotta pay some money. You want to do the new dungeon? Buy a Lightfall key. Don't have a Lightfall? Didn't buy the seasonal Lightfall pass? Hey, spend $20 and get a Lightfall key dungeon. It's absolutely it's crazy. It absolutely is. And I want to talk about the lack of content as well. This will be our third thing. I have 10 things. I don't know if I said that in the beginning or not, but if I did, sorry to repeat myself. The third thing I want to talk about is lack of content. Now, what I mean by lack of content is for the old players that have been playing this game for quite some time. Now, me myself, I have played this game since August of 2022 is my first time playing. Was in August of 2022. I've been playing for the past year and a half, on and off. I've taken breaks for some seasons, and I've played heavy on some seasons. I have about 960 some hours in this game, and that's why I think I can really give a review on it, and not be like one of those people that plays it for 100 hours or less than 100 and be like, hey, this game's trash. I have a decent amount of hours. Anything over 500, I'll listen to someone reviewing me, you know what I'm saying? I'll listen to someone reviewing Destiny 2 because they have the time spent. But anyway, what I mean by lack of content though, there's nothing to do. Me myself, I've done everything in this game, from raids, dungeons, to seasonal activities, to Gambit Crucible. I mean, expansions, you name it, I've done it. Everything. I don't have all the, I don't have all the weapons for the raids. I don't have all the exotics. So there's still more of that stuff for me to do. But, other than that, it's like I've already done the activity multiple times. And with raids, it's like you got to continue on doing stuff so you can get the exotic to drop. And sometimes, dude, I've seen many people go for the Vex. Jesus, what was I about to say? The Vex, and, spend so much time on the, oh my god, wait, is it called the Vex? I don't even know at this point, hold on. One of the raids, I've seen many people do over 100 runs and didn't get the exotic weapon, so it's that's a grind, and I will say that's some good content, you're getting the grind in for a very high valuable weapon. But other than that, man, there's nothing, you get on, you complete your weekly pinnacles. But now it's like, since we're such in a long season, there's no point to even really get on because you don't have to get your pinnacle. You don't have to reach that max light level because you've already been it for the past 80 some days now, or I don't know however long it's been. The season's crazy. And even last season, I mean, I was already 18-10 last season. So it's like, it's not much to do if you've been playing this game forever. Now, I will say for new players, there is loads of stuff to do. Absolutely loads of stuff. But that was really just mainly for my people that have been playing this game for quite some time, and they know and they feel that it's just the same old stuff every day. They hop on, they play the same thing every day. And I'm not saying there are a lot of games that are like that, and there's nothing wrong with it. But this game, it just really just boards me when I get on and I just play the same old stuff over and over and over. It really does. After I've already done my pinnacle, and then it's like, ugh, I don't even need the pinnacle at this point. So like, why am I even on? You know, until Final Shape comes out. But that's really for my old players there. That was our number three thing. Now we're moving on to number 4 here. I would like to talk about how PvE and PvP is so toxic, which makes the game so bad. Now what I mean by PvE being toxic, I mean by me going into a raid, them about to kill the boss. We're about to kill, you know, the end boss of the raid, the final boss of the raid, and I get kicked out of my fire team because I joined someone else's fire team. I'm helping them out, and they kick me, so I can't get the rewards. And you know, it's not fun. It isn't. I've had it happen to me a couple of times. I know it's happened to many other people, and that's really why they don't, like, solo players just don't do raids. Me myself, I'm a solo player. I play with a duo and sometimes with a trio. And other than that, we're LFGing when we do raids. And you know, it's never that chance that we might just get kicked out of a raid. So it's like, you know, I never kicked anybody out of a raid before because I think that's scummy. And anyone who does it is a bad person, in my opinion. I don't think you're a very fun person to play with. But that's PvE, what I think is like a lot of toxic stuff, because they don't want you to get the rewards. You know what I'm saying? So they only get it, and then you're left with nothing but you just spent time wasted at that point because you've lost everything because you got kicked out of the fire team. So it's like, why waste your time? Now for PvP, what I mean by toxic is just people in general, you know? I mean, I teabag, I'm not gonna lie, I will teabag. But sometimes you'll get people that say some crazy and diabolical things in chat to you, and you're just playing normal. And I think that's like, it doesn't make it fun because you hop on and you got either a teammate or somebody on the other team messaging you saying some crazy things. Absolutely crazy things. And it just doesn't make it fun, especially for like underage people. You know, when you start sending them messages like that, it's like, you know, it's not good. It doesn't make the game fun at all for new players and either, you know, old players. I mean, so that's why a lot of times people turn off their stuff. Because, I mean, I think it's a great way, if you don't want to receive any messages or hear anybody, just mute everyone in the beginning of the match. Or, you know, turn off your messages. I think you can turn off messages or something like that. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked into it that far, but it gets bad sometimes. And that's my thought process on the PvP and PvE toxicity in this community. It sometimes it can get pretty bad. It really can. And I hate it because I love PvE. But when I go on Twitter and I see someone posting a video that they're getting kicked out by this team and they're like, hey, watch out for these guys in the fire team. You find her. They're kicking people out right when the boss is about to die, and you're not getting your rewards because they don't want you to. And it's like, dude, it's unfair. Now going into PvP, you're going to get the toxic. So that I'm not really caring too much about that. I do care about it, but it's not like a big thing on me. It's more about the PvE that's really big. Let's go to our 5th reason. New content. Let's talk about new content here. We get new content, and it's good. It's good. I'm not complaining. Like I said, when I'm in lack of content, we do get new content, but it's reused content. It's nothing new. It's the same old stuff every time. We go into a seasonal activity, they just use the same old map from something else. They don't create anything new. It doesn't make a new fun atmosphere. It's just the same old stuff. Now sometimes we do get some new stuff, okay? But then we get a new weapon. It's literally a remodel of a D1 weapon or another D2 weapon. I mean, there's multiple models where they're the exact same gun, and it's just crazy to see that they just have a different name and maybe a few tweaks that make it different. But it's really just all remodeled. So now get it. It takes time, it takes resources, and it takes paying people to make new stuff. But it's like you're a game company, a live game company. You should be doing that stuff. You have all these money things that people buy all the time on your game. There is no reason that you should be having the lack of resources, but they do. They really do. That's really all I have for new content. It's just mostly all of it's just reused, unless we get a dungeon or a raid. And then I mean, hell, some of our raids are old D1 raids. Now I'm not complaining. I never played D1, so I heard it was, you know, it was cool and stuff like that, and really good. And some of the raids are good. And I've played all the raids for D2 so far. You know, expecting the final shape to be pretty top tier. Let's see here. What else? That was 5, I think. Yes, 5. Okay. Sorry. I have it written down, some notes here for you guys so I can quickly go through them before the video ends. Let's see. And then back in 2023, we had a state of game video with Joe himself sitting in front of a camera with a notepad like I am right now, but without the camera, and talking about the state of the game. And it wasn't what the players were really wanting. I mean, they said, I'm just going to go over 3 things that I've written down for this, but Gambit, they threw Gambit in there. They've admitted Gambit is dead. I don't think there's anything that can make Gambit any fun at all, because it's just Gambit. There is no really making Gambit fun. I don't know how you would make it fun, or, you know, better than what it is right now. I'm not sure about that, but they said that Gambit was dead. It's over. It's a lost cause. There probably won't be any more updates to Gambit at all. They promised that final shape we get would be good, and I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope they stick to their promises, and it really is good. I mean, we got hit with the back, you know, some months got taken, you know, it was supposed to be released in March, really very soon actually, and then it got hit with another, so till June. So, you know, but hey, I'll take that as a sign that it actually might be good when it comes out. And then they talked about getting more Crucible maps. You know, I'm not a big PvP player, but they talked about how hard it was getting Crucible maps out, and how they try so much, and they only got, you know, they'll release one every year. But hey, fortunately, we have a couple coming out in the next update. I believe it's the next update. We have or is it in May? I can't remember. But there is like 3 or 4 maps coming out, so I'm happy. But they were like complaining and saying they didn't have resources. Well, I won't say complaining, but they said they didn't have enough resources to do it. So, you know, we'll see. That was 6. Let's move on to 7. Lightfall was terrible. The Lightfall DLC, it brought me back into the game because I took a break from, I believe, like November. I want to say the end of December to all the way to February. I took a break, and then when Lightfall came out, I instantly bought it. The $100 DLC, didn't even care, bought it instantly. Thought it was going to be fabulous, like Witch Queen, because that's really what got me hooked into this game, was the story. And I came in, me and my boy, and we thought it was going to be amazing. Turned out to be absolutely horrible. The story was terrible. It was not what anyone was expecting, and it brought in so many players. So many players on launch. So many. I think over 300k it brought in on Season Defiance, and then it was so bad that it instantly dwindled down. And I'll get into player count later. I believe it's right after. Yeah, it's literally right after this one. So, but yeah, it was not good. It was an epic fail. Story was just horrible. It wasn't good. We did get a new aspect or ability class, class ability, and that's cool. But at the same time, it was straight missions on how to use your class ability. It wasn't that Witch Queen content. It was such high expectations from a lot of people since Witch Queen was so good, and then it just plummeted. So it was like really kind of a hard hit in the head for seeing that. But yeah, that was just, it was not good at all. And let's go into the player count right now. The player count right now it's crazy. Like just in the past month, I mean, we barely even hit 40K. I think in the past month that we hit 44K. I had it written down here. 44K. It went down. And if you look at over the time of when, let's see if I can have it written down here. I do not, unfortunate. But over the time, I mean, it's dwindled down. I mean, this week alone, we've only hit around 30K players. That's not good. It really isn't. It sucks too. It really does. I'm gonna be honest, it really sucks because this game's so good and I hate to see it die in such a way it is. But I mean, it's nothing. It's going downhill, a spiral. Bungie's kicking themselves in the ass, and hopefully Sony is really punching them in gear from all the stuff that's been going on about Bungie layoffs and a whole bunch of other stuff I don't really want to get into right now. So we're just gonna move on from that and move on to our next number 9. It's boring, this game, Destiny 2, and I hate to say this, but right now it is so boring for solo players. And I can say that because I am a solo player myself. I get on every day, not every day, but most days I get on, and I just do the same old stuff, man. And I tell you, I can't do raids by myself, and I hate to go into fire team because I don't know, like sometimes it's be like I don't remember what to do, and then I get yelled at or kicked out. It's like, can you just relax and just run me back through it, man? Like me, I'm the type of guy, if you teach me how to do it one time, I got it instantly. You know, some other people might need some more, but you have to be patient with people, man. Not everyone's like you can instantly, you know, remember, you know, how to do this raid encounter and stuff like that. So you gotta really relax. That's why I don't do a lot of raids and stuff like that unless I'm with my 2 other boys, because it's like, you know, it's a whole mess. And it's also boring for multiple people, like when you're playing with your friends, dude. I sometimes I'd be playing with my guys and it's just boring. Like I'm just ready to go off. We play a couple PvP matches, we're facing some other sweaty people, we're getting all sweaty, or we do a dungeon or, you know, stuff like that, and it's just like, we did it, ready. You know, I've already done this many times with you guys. I'm ready to just get off. I don't want to do another one. The only thing I will do another of or Grandmaster Nightfalls. Hit me up. I will. I love Grandmaster Nightfalls, especially with my loadout here, my Strand Wishender loadout. My guys say it's the same loadout I have all the time. I'm a one-trick pony is what they call me with it. And let's move on to our last and final point I like to get on. The storytelling is horrible in seasonal things, in my seasonal stories, in my opinion. Some are good, but some are just terrible, dude. When I spend half of my seasonal quest talking to people, and then having to talk to that same person at the holo projector, it really gets under my skin. Like when I'm talking to that same person, and then they disappear because they're in their hologram at the moment, and they're done talking with you then, and then it's like, hey, go talk to that same person at the holo projector. It's like, why do that? In this season, I think there was at least a couple things that we did, a couple of activities for, but other than that, it was straight just dialogue and dialogue and dialogue, and hey, holo projector. You know, you go talk to Osiris, and then he's there talking to Mara, I believe her name is. I could have got that wrong. And then they both disappear, and then you go to the holo projector to talk to the person, and it's fucking Osiris. Like, why couldn't you have talked to me when you were talking to Mara, wait till after she disappeared and went back to doing her own thing? Why couldn't you talk to me there? Why do I have to go all the way to the holo projector and then do that? You know, it's just like, they didn't have any ideas, it feels like to me. And I get it, it's lore, there's a lot of lore behind this game, and I do not know the lore like that. And it's honestly, I would have to watch a whole video about it to really just dive deep into the lore. and to really understand it all, because honestly, I don't even listen to the seasonal content, man. I'm gonna be honest, I just skip through the dialogue because to me it's just boring. So now some of the stuff is cool. The cutscenes this season were fire, absolutely fire. Cutscenes last season was fire, but it's really the hollow projector that really just annoys me so much. But that's really all I wanted to talk about, and I really do love this game, and I really hate to see it die. My boy got me in this game, and I fell in love with it. I put so much time in it. You know, I've spent over a month, and that's like not as much time as anyone else has spent. Like, you look at these streamers. I love Cross's videos, and you see them play, and it's like, I just feel bad for them right now, you know? But I really do love this game. I love it with passion. But I hope you guys enjoy, because my time's running out here, unfortunately. But I hope to see you guys in the next one. It might not be like this one, but thank you guys for watching, and peace out.